Hello, my name is Abby Bradshaw and I am inviting you to take part in the study at the University of Oxford. This video will give you some information about what will happen in the study to help you decide whether or not you'd like to take part. We are interested in which side of the brain people use for language and how this might be related to language difficulties. We can look at which side of the brain a person uses for language by measuring the speed of blood flow in the left and right sides of the brain while a person performs language tasks. For most people, the left shows more blood flow than the right during language activities, but this can vary. We are interested in whether people with language, reading or communication difficulties might be more likely to use different sides of the brain for different aspects of language. We would like to test this by studying student volunteers both with and without language difficulties. Once you have watched this video, you can decide whether or not you would like to take part. If you decide you would like to take part, we would invite you to come to the Department of Psychology in Oxford on 2 separate occasions, each lasting around 2 hours. In the first session, we would use different tests to assess the pattern of strengths and weaknesses in your language and literacy skills. In the second session, we would ask you to perform different language tasks that involve speaking, reading or listening to words while we measure blood flow in your brain using a technique known as Doppler. Here you can see someone undergoing this procedure. We first place a headset on the person's head. We then place a small amount of gel on 2 probes, which are positioned on the left and right side of the person's head. It then takes around 10 to 15 minutes to get a good signal from the blood vessels. The whole procedure is completely painless and harmless. For a small number of people, it is not possible to get a good signal from the blood vessels because the bone in this part of the skull is too thick. If this happened, you would be paid for your participation but not asked to continue in the study. Once the machine is set up, we would ask you to perform some language tasks that involve reading, speaking or listening to words. After these tasks, the headset would be removed. For the final part of the experiment, we would ask you to do 2 further short tasks, one that involves reading words as they're flashed up onto a screen, and another which involves speaking words as they are heard through headphones. We'll take breaks as we go through, in between the different tasks. If at any point during the study you start to feel uncomfortable, you can tell the researcher and we would stop the study. Any data which we collect from you during the study is labelled using a code number rather than your name so that it won't be possible for you to be identified from the data. We won't share the results of your language assessments with anyone else, but we can give these to you if you would like them. The findings from the study will be written up and published in a scientific journal, but it won't be possible for you to be identified from any of the findings. There are no significant risks involved in taking part in the study, but there are also no direct benefits to you. You would simply be helping to advance scientific knowledge of how the brain works. You don't have to take part in this study, but if you do decide to say yes, you can still change your mind later by simply telling us that you no longer wish to take part. If you would like more information about being involved in the study, please fill in the form below or contact us via email. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video.